Hello everyone. I'm now in the book of Joshua in the New King James Version. And if you remember, when I finished Deuteronomy, that was the time that, well, Moses was 120 years old when he died. So the new commission, God's commission to Joshua, is the next. And Joshua becomes actually the replacement of Moses for the Lord. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spoke to Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' assistant, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise and go over this Jordan, you and all this people, to the land which I am giving to them, the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given you, as I said to Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates, and the land of the Hittites, and to the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, shall be your territory. And again, this is the territory that God has given to the Hebrews, who well, you know what happened. He rescued them from Egypt, providing land for them. And he says, no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you, the Lord says. I will not leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and of good courage, is what the Lord said to them. For to this people you shall divide as an inheritance the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. Their fathers were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Only being strong and very courageous, that you may observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. That's the first chapter. The next chapter heading is the order to cross the Jordan. The Jordan was mentioned in Deuteronomy several times, so this is the time to cross the Jordan. And I believe this was going east, crossing the Jordan, because, of course, because Jerusalem is west of the Jordan. So the order to cross the Jordan. Rahab hides the spies. Let me go back here. Does it talk about spies? That must be referring to earlier. Rahab hides the spies. Israel crosses the Jordan. And I have this highlighted. Israel crosses the Jordan highlighted when you see the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord your God and the priests, the Levites, bearing it. Then you shall set out from your place and go after it. The Ark of the Covenant, you remember that. The memorial stones. The second generation circumcised. And this is the second generation, so I'm assuming, okay, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then there's the subsequent generations. So I assume that that would be, well, the second generation is circumcised. Okay, that is what that meant. Going on to talk about flint knives and circumcise the sons of Israel again, the second time. Ooh, the destruction of Jericho. The defeat at Ai, which is capital AI. The sin of Achan. The fall of Ai. Joshua renews the covenant. Now Joshua built an altar to the Lord God of Israel in Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of the Lord had commanded the children of Israel, as it is written in the book of the law of Moses. Okay. The treaty with the Gibeonites. A treaty with the Gibeonites. The sun still stands. Conquest of the Southland. The Northern Conquest. Lots of conquests. Summary of Joshua's conquests. The kings conquered by Moses. The kings conquered by Joshua. Remaining land to be conquered. The land divided east of the Jordan. The land of Reuben. The land of Gad. Half the tribe of Manasseh, which was in the east. The land divided west of the Jordan. Caleb inherits Hebron. The land of Judah. Caleb occupies Hebron and Debir, D-E-B-I-R, the cities of Judah. Ephraim and West Manasseh, the land of Ephraim. The other half tribe of Manasseh, which was on the west. More land for Ephraim and Manasseh. These are continual movements, assignment of land, people moving along. It almost feels like a Deuteronomy second time, but it's just in different areas. The remainder of the land is divided. The land of Benjamin. Simeon's inheritance with Judah. The land of Zebulun. The land of Issachar. The land of Asher. The land of Naphtali. The land of Dan. These are all families. Joshua's inheritance. The cities of refuge. Cities of the Levites. The promise fulfilled. I think I'll read that. So the Lord gave to Israel all the land of which he had sworn to give to their fathers, and they took possession of it and dwelt in it. The Lord gave them rest all around, according to all that he had sworn to their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And not a man of all their enemies stood against them. The Lord delivered all their enemies into their hand. Not a word failed of any good thing which the Lord had spoken to the house of Israel. All came to pass. All of that happened. All those people were given land. And if I go back to Deuteronomy, I might be confusing Numbers and Deuteronomy. I wouldn't be surprised. But this was going into Canaan, and they they had to send spies into Canaan because the Hebrew wanted to know what it was all about first. And so I think these parts of land they're broken up in Canaan. I could be wrong. Eastern tribes returned to their lands. An altar by the Jordan River. Joshua's farewell address. Joshua's farewell address. Now it came to pass a long time after the Lord had given rest to Israel from all their enemies round about, that Joshua was old, advanced in age. And Joshua called for all Israel, for their elders, for their heads, for their judges, and for their officers, and said to them, I am old, advanced in age. You have seen all that the Lord your God has done to all these nations because of you. For the Lord your God is he who has fought for you. See, I have divided to you by lot these nations that remain to be an inheritance for your tribes, from the Jordan with all the nations that I have cut off, as far as the great sea westward. Oh, the great sea westward. Well, that would be... wow. And the Lord your God will expel them from before you and drive them out of your sight. So you shall possess their land as the Lord your God promised you. Therefore be very courageous to keep and to do all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, lest you turn aside from it to the right hand or to the left, and lest you go among these nations, these who remain among you. Joshua continues, Behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth, and you know in all your hearts and in all your souls that not one thing has failed of all the good things which the Lord your God spoke concerning you. All have come to pass for you, not one word of them has failed. Therefore it shall come to pass that, as all the good things have come upon you, which the Lord your God promised you, so the Lord will bring upon you all harmful things until he has destroyed you from this good land which the Lord your God has given you. I need to read that again. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, this says, going back to Joshua's farewell address. Let's see. For the Lord has driven out from before you great and strong nations, but as for you, no one has been able to stand against you to this day. 1 man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God is he who fights for you, as he promised you. Therefore take careful heed to yourselves that you love the Lord your God, or else, if indeed you do go back and cling to the remnant of these nations, then these that remain among you, and make marriages with them, and go into them, and they to you, know for certain that the Lord your God will no longer drive out those nations from before you. But they shall be snares and traps to you, and scourges on your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from the good land which the Lord your God has given you. So he's giving the reprimand, if you will, that if they go back and cling to the remnant of these nations, basically they're going to suffer. The covenant at Shechem. Death of Joshua and Eleazar. I don't know the time frame on between Moses and the death of Joshua. I don't know how much time that went on. Now it came to pass after these things that Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died, being 110 years old, and they buried him within the border of his inheritance at Timnath-Serah, which is in the mountains of Ephraim, on the north side of Mount Gaash. Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders who outlived Joshua, who had known all the works of the Lord, which he had done for Israel. The bones of Joseph, which the children of Israel had brought up out of Egypt, they buried at Shechem in the plot of ground which Jacob had bought from his sons in Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of silver, and which had become an inheritance of the children of Joseph. And Eleazar the son of Aaron died. They buried him in the hill belonging to Phinehas his son, which was given to him in the mountains of Ephraim. Okay, that is Joshua, and that was only done in less than 20 minutes. But going back, this is again following the lead, if you will, of Moses. There are a couple of wars, but mainly crossing the Jordan and receiving land that God had promised to these folks, to the fathers of these folks. So it's kind of a continuation. The next one will be Judges, the continuing conquest of Canaan. Judges, let's see. Judges. That won't take too long, but I won't do this tonight. Joshua was very important, being the one, like I said, replacing Moses. He took up the responsibility and followed what the Lord had guided and instructed him to do. And we're grateful to Joshua. I am grateful to you for watching this. And I've got, I'm going through the whole Bible, so look out. I will probably be finishing the Bible, okay? I'm thinking sometime in the fall, and right now it's the summer. It's June 12th, 2024. I appreciate you. Please subscribe and share. And I'll be back with you when I go into Judges. God bless you. Thank you so much.